U.S. ceremonies date to the days of the Continental Army at Valley Forge. Baron von Steuben, the first Inspector General of the Army, wrote the original manual by which military ceremonies were conducted in America. Present-day ceremonies, like the one you will witness today, are conducted to render honors, preserve tradition, and inspire esprit de corps. The act of passing the colors is a time-honored tradition in the military. It demonstrates publicly to the unit's officers, enlisted, and civilian personnel that the authority of command responsibility have passed from one command team to another. It's unique in today's world because it signifies the transfer and acceptance of total responsibility, authority, and accountability for all actions of the command. Today we will witness the ceremony as the command of the battalion is transferred from Lieutenant Colonel Doherty to Lieutenant Colonel Pheasant. The very soul of the unit is symbolized by the colors and the streamers that adorn it. From the earliest times, warriors have used banners or other symbols to identify specific units. With the adoption of the regimental system, a system of colors was established for all color-bearing organizations. The orange and white colors of the battalion are entrusted to the care of the Command Sergeant Major. The outgoing Command Sergeant Major, Command Sergeant Major Gerner, will pass the colors to Lieutenant Colonel Doherty, signifying the last official act between the Command Sergeant Major and the battalion commander. Lieutenant Colonel Doherty will present the colors to Colonel Brown. This symbolizes his relinquishment of command and responsibility for the soldiers of the 53rd Signal Battalion. Colonel Brown will then present the colors to the Lieutenant Colonel Pheasant, thereby passing the responsibility of command to him. Lieutenant Colonel Pheasant passes the colors to incoming Command Sergeant Major, Command Sergeant Major Grilla, signifying the first official act between the new command team, and also symbolizes the commander's trust in the battalion's non-commissioned officers. By authority of AR 600-20, paragraph 2-5, the undersigned assumes command of the 53rd Signal Battalion, effective 5 June 2020, signed David A. Pheasant, Lieutenant Colonel, Signal Corps, commanding.
Team, hello, Colonel Brown, Eagle 6. First, before I begin my change of command speech, I want to say thank you for your service and sacrifice. Thank you for supporting and contributing to our global SATCOM mission. Everyone is performing superb. I hope everyone is staying safe, protecting yourself, protecting your family, and protecting our team as we adjust to changes in our environment. Today we pause for a moment to conduct a virtual change of command ceremony to recognize the accomplishments of the battalion under Lieutenant Colonel Doherty's leadership, and we welcome the leadership of Lieutenant Colonel Pheasant to the team. The 53rd Signal Battalion SATCON is a global battalion with a 24/7, 365-day no-fail mission, supporting users from the White House to warfighters in remote locations. They rely upon your SATCOM services you enable globally. Lieutenant Colonel Doherty served as your battalion commander for the last 2 years. He is a leader of soldiers and a team player. He led the 53rd Signal Battalion SATCON through the transition of the establishment of the United States Army Satellite Operations Brigade. He ensured the battalion remained engaged during a progressive, fast-paced transition while maintaining a focus on the battalion's no-fail mission, which enables an operational effect for the warfighters. During the transition, I leaned on Lieutenant Colonel Doherty and requested a lot of him. He always responded. I asked him to develop a concept plan to operationalize the battalion SATCON Operations Center and to align with the Wideband Watch Office, and he responded by leading the battalion through a 9-month process to operationalize the battalion SATCON Operations Center, from developing an aggressive training plan to initial operation and final fully operational on 6 January 2020. The battalion SATCON Operations Center assumed several critical tasks that are a force multiplier for our wideband SATCOM operation centers. While he was leading the battalion's efforts to operationalize the battalion SATCON Operations Center, he implemented the SATCON Certification Assessment and Readiness Program, which increased technical competency and focused on key tenets such as streamlining organizational training, interchangeable of personnel between the wideband SATCON Operations Centers, and mission command by empowering leaders at the company level. The SATCON Certification, Assessment, and Readiness Program increased operational readiness within our wideband SATCON Operations Centers. Lastly, when our operational environment changed, he led the battalion through the COVID-19 pandemic. Lieutenant Colonel Doherty implemented measures to protect his battalion and protect our facilities while his soldiers performed their no-fail mission. Lieutenant Colonel Doherty, thank you for your leadership. You have written an excellent chapter in the history of the 53rd Signal Battalion SATCON. I wish you and Heather much success in your next assignment and in your future endeavors. The battalion will turn the page to the next chapter and welcome Lieutenant Colonel Pheasant. Lieutenant Colonel Pheasant, your companies are trained and they are ready for the next challenge. Our operating environment is volatile, uncertain, complex, and ambiguous. Continue to prepare your battalion to fight in a denied, degraded, and disrupted space operating environment. Set realistic and achievable training objectives for your battalion and train to your 3 mission essential tasks. Number 1, conduct command post operations for battalions. Number 2, conduct Army satellite operations support. And number 3, provide wideband satellite communications control. I know your companies will rise to the occasion. You are the right leader at the right time to continue leading the 53rd Signal Battalion SATCON. I look forward to seeing you write the next chapter in the history of the 53rd Signal Battalion. Control the high ground, all in.
Good day, Team 53rd. More than anything, I just want to say thank you. To the soldiers of the 53rd, your inspiration makes me tick. Thank you for sharing your community and sharing your world with me. It's an honor that I will hold dearly to me through the end of time. Thank you to all the family members. Through your love and steadfast support, it allows us to do what we do 24/7. To the civilians and contractors out there, you are the continuity, our bedrock, and our DNA backbone. Thank you for doing what you do year in and year out. To CSM Gerner, thank you for always watching my 6, and especially for always relentlessly fighting for our people. To the Iron Majors and the battalion staff, thank you for staying the course day in and day out. Through the grind, your dedication and perseverance just leaves me in awe. To the company command teams, thank you for getting at it every day. And thank you for taking to heart the art of mission command, because it has allowed us all to truly lead. Thank you to the brigade command teams, Colonel Brown, Sergeant Major Mann, Colonel Little, and Command Sergeant Major Bell. Your mentorship and guidance over the last 2 years has been pivotal for me, and I greatly appreciate it. And finally, to my loving wife, Heather, I cherish the wealth of insight that you have given to me and our leaders, and your support in general has just planted some seeds that will grow for years to come. And more than anything, I just thank you for helping us through this and all the while growing our baby for the last 9 months. Team, it's been a wild and crazy journey of transitions over the last 2 years. And for the last several months, we've gotten to learn how to live this new abnormal in a life of COVID-19. I am just very thankful and very impressed with what this team has accomplished over the last 2 years. For being able to stay engaged to provide superior mission assurance to our partners. For having the courage to move forward when asked to reorganize under a new brigade, to find new ways to better operate, train, and certify, and to reinvigorate a BSOC to best support that. And most importantly to me, for never missing an opportunity to check in on our people and just to take care of each other. The best of luck to the new battalion command team. You guys are going to do great. And finally, this is SATCON 6 signing off of the net. We control the high ground, first, last, always, all in.
Wow, team. 30 months went by very fast through OREs, QTBs, SATBs, Best Warrior competitions, Styx Lanes, BSOC 2.0, MAP, LEAP, SCAR, transition from SATCON testing and evaluation program to the SATCON certification, assessment and readiness program, WGS 10 launch, payload control verification, US Spacecom stand-up, transition from the Space Brigade to the SATOPS Brigade, and a global pandemic. The soldiers, Australian Defence Force members, and civilians of this battalion have been tremendous. I have to thank a few folks. First, Chaplain Basham, sir, thanks for putting all this together. If it wasn't for you, there would literally be no ceremony. You've been a huge positive presence for our team in your short tenure here, and I hope we get to work together again. To the United States Army and SMDC leadership, thanks for letting me serve as the CSM for this great battalion. Colonel Zellman, Command Sergeant Major Sutherland, Colonel Little, Command Sergeant Major Bell, Colonel Brown, Sergeant Major Mann, and my sergeants major buddies, Davenport, Dorman, Williams, Horton, Brown, Chafin, Rosser, and Smith. It has been fun. I truly hope to work with each of you again. Command Sergeant Major Wiggins and Command Sergeant Major Dodson, thanks for the mentorship and always looking out for the team. To my battalion commanders, first, Colonel Glenn Malore, sir, I wish you and Cindy the best as you transition to your next command, and Lieutenant Colonel Jason Doherty, Thanks for your guidance and direction, sir, and more importantly, thanks for your trust and friendship. Danielle and I will be keeping tabs on you and Heather and baby Doherty from Texas. To the company commanders, Captains Hokia, Wetmore, Bickneys, Trimble, Hagee, Tuel, Wagnon, Brousseau, Jernigan, Phillips, Briggs, McFarland, and Moe, and to the Iron Majors, Peterson, Slattery, Seidry, and Hill. You've always kept your shoulder to the wheel and keep the mission going and continue to improve the organization. First Sergeants Ompod, McLaughlin, McCarrow, Allen, Pfister, McKay, Rodriguez, Helmer, Lefebvre, Sanchez, Dunbar, Green, Master Sergeant Cerna, and Master Sergeant Gorley. Nothing in this unit happens without your involvement, period. I'm extremely proud of what you've all done at your companies, and it's been rewarding to see how much you work together as a team. Thanks for always looking after our soldiers. 5 of you are off to the Sergeants Major Academy, and I won't be surprised if a couple more of you end up there too. One of the coolest things about this unit is our Australian Defence Force members. You all lead from the front and are some of the best controllers in the unit. Captain Mills, Flight Lieutenant Ligdermote, Warrant Officer Dobson, Flight Sergeant Waldron and team. You all honor the spirit of the Anzacs. You are Ridgy Didge, Fair Dinkum, top blokes. Hooroo. Some other names in the battalion: Small, Gaddy, De Jesus, Caraballo, Copenhaver, Caprecki, Felker, Osborne, Burns, Dawson, Perry, Barrera, Perez, Tees, Fasaro, LeBron, Ringgold, Cologne, Parlamas, Muncie, Malicote, Wandler, Blair, Tyson, Mulaney, Steiner, Mekas, Cordero, Everson, Areza, Mendez, Amadon, Koss, Peterson, Massey, De Salvatore, Craig, Febb, Wiseman, Frick, Berna, Bond, Gloyd, Charlier, Hopper, Tripsis, Han, Narvaez, Jackson, O'Connor, Eastman, and the infamous Flores and Belmore. I still have that rubber chicken you put in my backpack. You all are the future. Keep your professionalism and continue your cheerful and inclusive approach to leadership. It will continue to serve you well. My wife, Danielle, I didn't thank you first, but I definitely thank you the most. There is not a chance I would have been successful here without your constant understanding, love, and support. I love you. To my kids, Jenna, Eric, Christopher, and Haley, I know this has been a tough assignment for all of us in many ways. Thanks for letting me continue to soldier and serve my country. I love you. To all the controllers and soldiers of this battalion, I have learned and taken much more from all of you than I've given. You make the mission happen. Your efforts enable every single warfighting function and, quite frankly, all elements of national power. If there's anything I want you to remember about me, it's that I'm a soldier just like you. I care about you, I care about your families, and I care about the mission. I know you will do it right or do it again, and talk is one thing, but our actions and how we look out for each other is what is truly important. Keep pushing for the best version of yourself and always try to improve the organization. You all control the high ground. It has truly been my highest honor to serve as your Command Sergeant Major. You have great new leadership in the seat, and I'm excited to see what this unit continues to accomplish. To Lieutenant Colonel Pheasant and Command Sergeant Major Grilla, have fun. It goes very fast. We control the high ground, and Rangers lead the way.
Thank you for attending the ceremony under these unusual circumstances. While the format may be unique, it actually allows for a greater audience to include all our soldiers who are spread around the globe as opposed to being stuck in Building 3. I want to start by thanking the chaplain who put this video together to mark the event and allow me an initial introduction. I look forward to seeing each of you in person in the very near future. I'd also like to take a moment to thank Lieutenant Colonel Doherty and the rest of the battalion staff for welcoming me into the unit early in order to ease the transition in this dynamic environment. I'm proud to be part of a unit with such an outstanding reputation that continuously performs a vital mission for not only the Army, but the entire whole of government and its allied partners. So with that, all policies and procedures remain in effect. SATCOM 6, we control the high ground.
Not to be thinking too much into it?
No nerves.
Well, it's my honor and privilege to be joining the premier team in the space and SATCOM community. I've admired the professional soldiers and civilians of the 53rd Signal Battalion over the course of my career. As a result, I am very excited to be joining the team, along with Lieutenant Colonel Pheasant. I want to thank the SMDC and 1st Space Brigade command teams for their faith and confidence in this opportunity, and express my gratitude for the top-notch work that Lieutenant Colonel Doherty and Command Sergeant Major Gerner have done over the course of their tenure. An enduring legacy for sure. I will do my very best to ensure the battalion remains the pillar of the space and SATCOM arena as we control the high ground together. Stay safe. I look forward to meeting each and every one of you.
Perfect.
Yeah, let's vote. It's my honor and privilege to be joining the premier team in the space and SATCOM community. I've admired the professional soldiers and civilians of the 53rd Signal Battalion over the course of my career. As a result, I am very excited to be joining the team, along with Lieutenant Colonel Pheasant. I want to thank the SMDC and 1st Space Brigade command teams for their faith and confidence in this opportunity, and express my gratitude for the top-notch work that Lieutenant Colonel Doherty and Command Sergeant Major Gerner have done over the course of their tenure, an enduring legacy for sure. I will do my very best to ensure the battalion remains the pillar of the space and SATCOM arena as we control the high ground together. Stay safe. I look forward to meeting each and every one of you.